Keep it loose, keep it tight. I got you.
Keep it. All right, man.
I'm trying to refrain.
Setting you up. Testing.
All right, let's roll that opening clip.
Are you okay, Ben?
No,
No.
just take me out to pasture now.
The drum.
Just a mud fest.
Can you back up a little more? You're gonna have to back up. I can't get out of these ruts.
Just camping. We're just camping.
There you go.
It's slick.
You look good.
Jesus.
You're high centered. Hang on. 1, 2, 3. Dude,
Yeah, I bet.
man, I hate to give up the ground we've made.
I do too. I think
You're a foot in.
you got your recovery strap.
I got that
shut the
strap.
camera off at some point, but that strap, I ended up being down on I couldn't stand and pull. It was so slick.
Yeah,
I'm down on my knees, just using my body weight, just leaning backwards to get the bike to move.
It was ridiculous.
It was insane.
Yeah. We've had plenty of opportunities over the years to pick up that Pan America, right?
Yes.
And your Sportster. We've had lots of opportunities to pick these bikes up. And I'm going to tell you, after 16 hours of riding and in that slimy mess,
Tired of picking it up.
let's just say it was very, very much more harder.
Much more harder.
It's a rare breed that can finish that on an ADV bike.
Man.
It's a rare breed.
It was something else. I love the opening to that video, though, because it really captures the drama of riding with Ben. It really captures
The creator of drama.
The creator of drama.
Yeah, and the squirrel didn't even make an appearance in this video.
Not in the
so-
entire video.
No, it was great though. So we're here today in the studio. We're talking about the 24-hour of. Is it Appalachia or Appalachia?
Appalachia.
Appalachia.
I think it's Appalachia.
Is it Appalachia?
You could
Come on,
say
Northerner.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, so the 24-hour of Appalachia, we met Jed, a bunch of great guys, had a really good time. We're going to talk about that today. And I think even Mike's repping the logo here. Look at that. Yeah.
Bingo, BOA.org. BackroadsofAppalachia.org. Check that out.
Yeah, for sure. Let me introduce the guys I got with me. These two gentlemen participated in the 24-hour of Appalachia. They participated in the rally event. We're not supposed to call it a race. I found that out too.
Not a race.
It's not a race.
The Buckeye Blitz.
It's a blitz. So the difference is
Although-
significant, I guess.
They hinted that we could refer to Chemical Valley as a race.
That is all on
Closed course,
property.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, close course.
All off road.
Let's introduce these guys. Why don't we go around here? I'm going to start with Mike. Tell everybody who you are and what in the world you're doing here.
Yeah, thanks. Michael Waterford out of Indiana, longtime ADV rider, and more recently getting into the 24 Hours events. This is my first. I'm the co-owner of Hog Rock Adventure Rally down in Southern Illinois, where we currently are at. And it's in June every year. Everybody check that out. I'm also kind of part-time contractor for the Backroads of Appalachia, helping them with some marketing work.
Actually, didn't know that.
Yeah, and been working with Jed and the team there since early December of last year. Just throwing them support when I can. I'm a desk jockey, so I kind of work remotely and just kind of behind the scenes supporting them. And yeah, I was looking to participate in a 24 hours before that came about, just because it sounds amazing. And it turns out it was. So,
Yeah, it's quite an experience. Well, thanks for being with us,
yeah,
Michael.
Thrilled to be here.
The other guy at the end of the table is my buddy Ben. Ben, say hi to everybody.
Hey, everybody.
The end.
I'm Ben. If anybody knows me, I am the Sportster guy at the events. Nobody knows who I am when I'm not near the bike, but I am the Sportster guy.
Dirtster.
Yeah.
Hooligan.
I underestimated how popular that bike would be.
The Hooligan?
Both of our
the
bikes.
Pan America. Pan America got a ton of attention.
I underestimated how many people wanted to come take a picture with it, sit on it, talk to us.
Laugh at you about it.
Laugh. Yeah, I mean, that's what they're doing. Trust me, if they weren't laughing then, they're laughing now. For sure. But I really caught me off guard, man. Those big bikes, they draw a lot of attention at those
Oh, yeah.
at those rallies. So let's talk about the build up to this race, because we did some prep work. For me, it wasn't I'm traveling a ton this year, so I didn't really have a ton of prep. I put some new tires on the bike, and I washed it. And I filled it up with gas, and that's pretty much what we did.
Nice.
So what did you do with your bike to get ready for this, man?
So I was on a Sierra 450L from 2019, and I've been slowly building it out for the last year and a half, knowing that I was going to start doing more 24-hour events and more dual sports. So I made sure I had relatively fresh tires that were broken in, and put a big tank on it, 4.5 gallon IMS tank. So that wasn't an issue at all for me, which turned out really well. And beyond that, it was making sure I had dialed in my full system, from hydration to food to navigation, which ended up not going so well.
You have NAD problems?
Yeah. That was what ended up getting me. So we can
talk about that later.
But it was making sure I had extra lights. I bought a helmet light and put in a Baja Squadron on that bike. Made sure that it was. So I do a lot of long distance riding, BDRs and the like. I was doing BDRs before that existed in rallies all over. And this is entirely different. And so setting yourself up for a single event, endurance event, is very different from like a multi-day trip. It's I've learned a lot, and the system was imperfect this time. So
for sure.
Still more to learn.
And we're going to talk a lot about the things that didn't go well today, I'm sure. But let me ask you both this, because I know Ben does a lot of prep work. He's like a gearhead too, not just a rider, but he works when he
Preparation H.
That's it.
That should be discussed, by the way.
Yeah, man, so that's something that's worth note.
Imodium,
on this.
heartburn meds, all.
Yeah. I mean, Ben does a lot. You do a lot of work on your bike. You're always spooning tires. I mean, you built that Sportster, right? I mean, you scraped it down to the frame and rebuilt it. So he's a gearhead at heart too. So
sometimes I'm working on it even when it doesn't need work done, because I don't know what else to do with myself.
At some point, it just becomes what we do.
Yeah.
And so when you guys started this race, did you both feel ready?
Yeah, I'd say that I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, Ben, you had ran one of these before. You're the only one of us in this room who actually had completed a 24-hour race before. And that was Mothman last year, right? You got the trophy back there.
I did the Mothman. I did the Mothman last year. And then I also did a 24-hour dirt bike race down in Texas.
Yeah.
The Gutbuster.
Wow.
So, but you won a trophy for the coolest bike at Mothman.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
That's it right there.
Sportster's not good at much, but winning cool bike trophies.
She's a looker.
She is a looker, dude. There were some images I got of the Harleys before the rally I thought were really good, dude.
Yes.
They just were shined up. As a matter of fact, I want to go ahead and have you play that other clip. This was like the prep building up to the rally. Then we'll talk a little bit about this meetup before, the registration. Go ahead, play that.
It looks great though.
Him and Drew.
I'm gonna do it anyway. Howdy. Hey, it's Ryan.
It's Ryan.
Brat Ben. Big Daddy.
Imagine we had a lot of cool people with this thing. There's a bike on the shot.
Yeah, it's
The fact is, you're not nervous on camera, are you?
James.
another photo.
He was everywhere.
Wide awake by 4.
I was so excited. I slept really well until I started hearing Ben make all those weird noises above me.
Yeah, he does. I think this is 20 degrees warmer than I thought it was going to be.
Nerds. Seriously. Only.
Yeah, man. Like that was a fun time, dude.
It was good.
Before the race, when we went to register, like you told me, I want to go early to hang out with everybody. And I was like, really? And I wish we'd have been there an hour earlier.
I told
me
you.
too.
Like it was so much fun. It was so much fun.
The anticipation, I was giddy.
It's like the only time you get to really socialize with anybody.
Yeah.
Is right there at the registration.
I mean, you're just going so hard the whole time.
And I think there's something to be said for newer people coming into 24 hours, like how to prep. I don't know if we're going to get to that today, but like preparing for that start line, getting to that start line to me was a big deal. It was my first proper race. I've done rallies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Rally, no race.
Yeah, no race.
Good call.
Yeah.
Hashtag not a race. Navigation event. And no, I had prepped for a long time, thought about it till I was tired of thinking about it, talking about it till I was tired of talking about it. And just getting to that point, I think, is something that's, worth discussing as
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
people come
man.
into it.
I know I met a lot of great people. Just a lot of really cool people, a lot of cool bikes, a lot of cool, like, full-size Jeep, Broncos. Like, it was a neat event, being around all those machines and just seeing,
It's not normally in our wheelhouse. We don't see the full size.
No, we
see
don't.
the side. We do everything we can to avoid those guys.
like, it's true, man. It's true. It's true. We do. Like, we're always hanging out in the woods. Like, me and you, we live in, like, the woods when we ride. But it was really cool to meet some of these people and see the effort and, like, how they customize their vehicles and stuff. So, like, I would recommend, if you're going to be thinking about doing one of these, leave ample time for the pre-registration time. Like, get there early and meet people.
Yeah, at the start time, get there.
Yeah.
Socialize, look around.
For sure.
Meet some cool people.
I also learned of like some tracks that people had redeveloped and had turn by turn on, and so I changed my tracks at the last minute
Oh,
to
you
make
did?
sure that I had pins at every turn, so I could see every turn coming. And
Oh, yeah.
there's stuff to be learned at the start line, especially for a new guy
Sure.
or gal.
Or gal. That's true. So what did you guys hope to accomplish with this race when we get to the start line, we're getting ready to take off? What were you looking for here?
Man, I'm super competitive, so I want to win.
I want to
fast.
I want to go fast.
But honestly, I like, it's my time to but to get back together with all my friends that I see once or twice a year. We all live across the country, so it's cool to get together, see everybody. I like doing hard things every year. I want to do something hard every year just to prove that I still can.
Ben is into those hard things. 100%.
I think it's. I was listening to a podcast on the way down about making sure that you're consistently pushing your boundaries on a motorcycle and making sure that you can, continue to learn. You're not learning if you're not pushing, your limits. So
Yeah.
I'm into that. That's where I'm at too. I just wanted to finish this event.
He's
right?
into it hard too.
Yeah. You're into the hard stuff. All right. I think for me, I had never done anything like this. I mean, I make videos. I ride my Pan America in inappropriate places, but like I've never done any kind of endurance race. And for me, like I just want to finish. I mean, Ben was like, I want to go fast, and I'm like, I just don't want to die. You know what I mean? Like there's a big difference there in the mindset. I really wanted to have a good time with this. I knew that I would because of the people I was with. I mean, anytime me and you take on an adventure, we have a blast. But for me, I really, really wanted to finish. That was my hope when we started, was I just want to finish this race. Ride. Hashtag not a race. I just want to finish this ride. So what worried you guys the most before we got started? When you're sitting there and they're counting off the numbers, pulling people in the line, what's going through your mind? What was the worry you had?
By that point, I'm done. I was already just like in the zone.
Yeah.
It's leading up to it. I'm trying to figure out the gas because I never knew how far I can actually go on that sports
That's true,
car,
you did.
tank.
You
I was thinking it was like 80 miles because all the stuff that we normally ride in, we're doing 4 miles in an hour because it's just awful. So I was worried about fuel, which turns out to not be as big of an issue as we thought it was. But by the time I was at the start line, I think my bugs were worked out.
I was kind of worried about your fuel. That's why we brought that armadillo bag and threw it on the back of mine. And I mean, you thought you were going to get 80 miles. You ended up getting like what, 140?
136.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot
That's
more.
a lot more. You were way off.
Way off. Math is
even
not my strong
close.
suit.
Yeah, math. Yeah. So we had some worries. What about you, Mike? Do you have anything you were worried about getting started?
So I was pretty amped up. I got up at like 4, and I knew it was going to be a long day. I knew going down to it, if it gets to be 11, 12 p.m. and I'm still feeling good, like I was going to get it. So really it was just like being able to pace myself and settling in for the long haul and knowing that, okay, lean into the suck. It's going to be a long day. Storm is coming, you know.
It came.
My first event. And
For sure did.
and yeah, I was really just excited to be there and thinking a lot about just maintaining, right, management of myself and the bike throughout the day.
Yeah. I wish I would have done that more.
I think there's something to do. You guys kind of rode together, or at least it seemed like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's something to be said about the buddy system, and maybe even for the first event. And I don't know if you're going to get to that, but I came.
You can
down
get
with
to
a
it
buddy.
right now.
I came
Let's
down
talk
with a
about
buddy, and we hadn't thought that far in advance. Like I thought that, I registered after him. My number was after him. I thought I was going to start after him, and then I would catch up, just because I'm kind of generally a bit quicker on gravel, but he's more quick on the technical stuff.
Yeah. Who are you talking about? You want to give him a shout out?
Nathan Imsminger, Dr. Nathan. He's great riding on a WR250R.
Nice.
Good buddy of mine. We're going to the Indy 500 tomorrow, so it's going to be great.
No doubt.
And yeah, but we didn't have a plan to like meet up. And so when I was put on the start line and went, it was kind of, I just went, and thinking that either throughout the day he would catch up with me or not. Well, he was kind of thinking that we would meet up and then ride together. So thinking through that kind of buddy system and what each of your strengths are and weaknesses are before you get started, I think is a good thing to do. And if you're riding solo, I think that's a different kind of preparation than you then got to do.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot to uncover there if you ever
Yeah,
want
there
to
is.
unpack it.
Yeah, the riding as a team thing can either help you or hurt you.
Yeah.
So what I learned
Yeah.
on Mothman is we showed up with like a group of 5, and they were all extremely skilled riders. But ultimately, some guys want to ride fast. Some guys just want to keep the wheels turning. That's the biggest thing. I kept telling Robert leading into this is like, it's not necessarily about speed. And this was last year, they didn't have the 60 mile an hour cap. It
Yeah.
was just, you could do whatever you want. And really the key to finishing that is just keeping the wheels turning, minimize your stop
Stay
times.
on the bike.
Stay on the bike, yep. And so ultimately with the group last year, it hurt us because guys wanted to go fast and they'd stop and smoke and joke at the gas stations.
Yeah.
So fortunately with Robert being his first time, he's kind of just like, what do I need to know? And I'm like, man, just keep the wheels turning. We're going to minimize gas stops. We're going to minimize food stops. Everything we're going to do is about keeping those wheels turning.
Did I make that face?
Huh?
Did I make that face when I asked you? Like, what do we need to do?
What do we do?
I was super excited about this. And
Very.
I asked you a ton of questions
Yeah.
because, I've ridden my bike all over the place.
I was texting him 3 days before. It was,
Yeah.
why is my bike doing this?
It's funny because even since we've posted some pictures and stuff on social media, and the amount of messages I have gotten from random people that I've never talked to are just like, what do I need to know about this? How do I be successful? What kind of padded gear do you use? And I'm like, I don't, dude. I just hold on to the handlebars and just embrace the suck.
Yeah.
That's another podcast right there, just a prep episode.
Yeah. Yeah, you could talk about the prep for sure. Like me and Ben, we don't necessarily do things the right way. Like we were, I had a jersey on and a helmet.
Yeah.
And that's about it. You know what I mean? I just don't like all that bulky gear. And I figure that when we hit one of those gravel corners at 60 miles an hour, if you die, you die. You know?
Today, we die like men.
It's going to be the day, dude. We take it on. And for better or for worse, right? It's crazy.
I just had so much time to think before it started. I couldn't help but prepare. I was excited for
Yeah.
it.
So when we took off from the start line, I think it took maybe 5 or 6 miles for the adrenaline to settle. Like I'm going, and then when we settled in, for me, I don't know if it was your experience, Michael, but for me, I felt like this was the riding itself for a long time wasn't real hard. You know what I mean? You can be as hard as you want to make it, right? So fast as you want to go on that gravel, but a lot of it was dirt and gravel, and it was a lot of it. I mean, the first hour and a half, probably, right? There wasn't much of anything. Then we got a pretty cool water crossing. That deep water crossing. We talked about it. I don't know if we're going to do it or not. Everybody says it's real deep. We're like, we might do the bypass. And we got in line with a bunch of bikes, and Ben was like, we're going.
We're doing it. I don't know what we talked about before, but we're doing it now.
This guy thrives on
He just
enthusiasm.
pulled it right there.
You can't give him any option. He's going to go.
But I'm glad we did. It wasn't anywhere near as bad as what.
No, I was seeing the pictures from Buckeye Blitz last year, which granted they had a ton of rain, but it was like, it was over the hood of Jeeps. I'm like, dude, this Sportster Air takes like down here.
No, it wasn't as bad as what they made it out to be. So I was grateful for that. But there was a point in this ride when the storm clouds rolled in and you could see it coming. Like, it was like, we're about to get wet. And this is like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours into the ride. And then I feel like it started to get serious.
I had lightning clapping all
Oh my
around me.
gosh, dude.
It was wild.
That was when we were on the side of the road giving that old boy some fuel.
Yeah.
And there was monster lightning.
Oh, it's crazy. You could hear it in the video.
Yeah.
I mean, you could hear in my video, which you haven't done that, by the way. You need to go check that out. I'll put a link right here for you to check out that video. But crazy amount of lightning.
The biggest raindrops I have ever been hit in the face with.
And so I had talked to Ben before. It was like, so what's your gear? You know, I don't normally like layer my clothes and like, you know, have a rain shell on the outside, like a Gore-Tex shell and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, man, I just kind of rock what I rock. And I was like, you know what? I might just do a little bit of the Ben Emery system. I put my rain jacket on, but I didn't put my pants on. And then I was just wet
Wait
the
a second.
rest of the day.
You weren't wearing pants?
No pants for 24 hours.
No
Pooh bearing
pants,
it, man.
man.
Pooh bearing it, man.
Pooh
It's the
bearing.
only way to ride. Got to build up to, you know, some calluses on the bikes. You know what I mean?
That's where we need to get back to that preparation H talk.
Is that where the term hard ass comes from? The calluses?
The calluses. You earned those. You earned them.
Yeah.
Hey, play that other clip for me. This is when it started to get real. I felt like.
If your gas starts to smell funny, it's this. It's two-stroke.
It's two-stroke. He was just like, okay, cool. He was just happy not be pushing.
Bro, when that rain hit though, everything got slimy.
It did.
You know?
My lights were
Yeah.
Yeah, you see.
Hate it.
Just
in this scene. What's not shown is the fucking like KLR guy with no gloves on and wearing sneakers. I'm pretty sure.
He did, yes. Because I had just worked to get by him so much.
I edited that out because I didn't want you to feel bad.
No, I don't care, dude. That kid was after
He
it.
was wild. He passed me like I was still.
I need help.
It was a lot of work to get around him. So when he finally caught back up to you, got around, I was like, dang it.
That's a good thing about.
This is my favorite part.
This is my favorite part of the like,
Pan America and GS. The Pan America climbs right on up that hill because the Pan America's the best. We'll go see if the old poor GS.
I think
needs
Tom
some
Asher
help.
might not like this clip. I'm just kidding, Tom. I love you, dude. I went to one of his training classes.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, he's never going to watch my stuff. Tom
There
doesn't
we
care.
go. Keep her going.
That man can ride a bike, though.
It honestly brought me hope throughout the day. Every time I would see him, be like, "Oh, I'm doing all right."
If you're keeping up with Tom, you're
if I'm
doing
keeping
okay.
I don't care. He's on a 1300. I'm on a 450.
Yeah.
I'm doing all right.
My favorite part of that was when we got to the top. I think he was having navigation issues from very early
I think
on.
so.
Because he got to the top of that and he just looked at us. He goes, "Does it go this way?"
Yeah. He's like, which way? Is it
We're
over
like,
here?
"Yeah, we go that way." And he's like, "Okay, cool." And he just like takes off. It's like, had I thought about it, I'm like, no, that way.
You should have gave him some of your two-stroke fuel.
I time-stamped it in my mind when he finally passed me, and I was like, I held off Tom for 7 hours and 22 minutes.
Yeah.
But when he passed me, he was behind the number one side-by-side, and they were cruising, like drifting around corners and stuff. And
That was
Tom's
the
just
one,
right there.
his fuel smelled funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if he was running alcohol or
It was super
methanol
sweet.
or what he was. It was wild smelling.
ripping.
Yeah, I don't know if Tom will like that clip, but it was funny. It was funny. And Tom, if you do watch this, dude, I love you. Like I learned a lot in your training. Great
did I.
rider, and
did I.
I'm thankful you were there, man. So much love. We've had a funny moment there, but much love to Tom Asher. Let's talk about this, the hardest mental moment, because there's some things that happen on these trips, like not just the riding. You know, the riding can get difficult at times, but I don't know if any of our viewers, anybody that's watching this, have you ever ridden your motorcycle for 16 hours straight? Some things happen in your mind.
I hit 20.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So talk about that. Like, what was some of the hard mental moments that you went through into this thing?
Man, it's just after just being on the bike that long. I don't care if it's on the street, if it's off road. Just being on the bike that long is awful. And then it gets dark, and then it's raining, and then the stuff gets slippery. And I have some real serious conversations with myself inside that helmet.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're out loud, even.
Yeah, everybody does that. Mine was how it ended for me, and that's I can provide some context there, but it was, I had been on the bike 16 hours when my nav finally quit, and I was kind of like Tom. I was having trouble with it all day. I rode most of the day by myself, and once it gets to be 11, 12, 1, 1:30, it's pitch black. You're riding through the woods. You can't see anything. Mm-hmm. My headlights both died, and then my high beams died, and so I was down to my low beams only. And then my navigation quit, and I was alone in the woods.
Yeah, that's special.
I was like, okay, so I should stop right here and wait for somebody behind me to come by, and I'll just follow them. Well, it was 2 side-by-sides, and I could not keep up. I was exhausted. So they left me next to immediately, but I got another mile down the road. Then I waited around for like half an hour thinking, okay, somebody else will come by. All right, well, maybe I'm not in the trail. Were they even part of the race? Like, I had the mind games.
Just follow some random guy home.
Some random guy at 2 a.m. out just riding on his side by side.
And so finally, I was just like, okay, I got to get back on the bike and figure something out for myself. Yeah. And I ended up finding a tarmac road and seeing a glow of lights in the distance above the tree line that ended up being Chillicothe. And that's how I got back.
You were close then.
I made it 500, and I stopped recording right before my phone died. I made it about 530 miles out of the 567. Wow. So I was really close, and I was really bummed that I couldn't find anybody else and just follow them in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was mental games.
When you say you had nav issues, what exactly?
So I was working off my phone with Gaia, and I had a charging system and a backup charging system, and they both failed because I think the wet and the mud, both were specifically built for this. So gotta find a new system for that, quad lock, like you said, or something like that. But couldn't keep it charged.
I had charging issues as well, that was a benefit of riding together with you and I, Ben, because I could follow you for a while I charged my phone in my backpack. It was dry, and then I could pull it back out and go. But I mean, the charging was an issue for me too.
Yeah,
it's always an issue when you start getting out into the elements.
I stopped at multiple. I would see people I'd see taillights off in the distance, and I'd go that direction, or I'd see a house with some brake lights on outside, and there'd be 3 dudes outside drinking beer and taking a leak, and I'd stop and be like, "Is Chillicothe this way?" And it was there was some mind games going on, and a lot of drunk people. I came across a lot of drunk people, like 4 a.m. It wasn't confidence inspiring whenever you're exhausted on a motorcycle and there's
for sure
drunk people driving around everywhere. You're out in the middle of nowhere, but they all pointed me in the right direction, and I got back, and that was relieving. But even when I got back, this is the type of preparation I think people should think about. Even when I got back to Chillicothe, I didn't know where the finish line was. I didn't know how to get to my hotel.
Yeah.
I had been
your phone was
awake
dead.
for 24 hours.
Right.
And I'd stop in gas stations, and there'd be another drunk, and I'd be like, "Hey, do you know where this is?" No. And so just kind of wandering around.
Offered you a bush light, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know where you're going, but here, drink this.
One of the guys came up at the gas station. He was so drunk, he grabbed one of those windshield wiper cleaners and just started wiping my bike down with it. I was like, "Man, you gotta leave me alone. I don't know what this is about, but stop. Whatever this is, please stop."
You got a free bike wash out of the deal. Huh?
He was so hammered.
Where's this guy at?
No
We
doubt.
gotta go find him.
He doesn't remember it.
There was definitely some hard mental moments. I mean, I want to play a clip real quick, and then maybe you can talk about it some, Ben, if you want. But this moment sucked.
Put your weight on it.
This moment sucked.
All right, let's go.
So,
It's not going anywhere.
I don't know if people are going to hear this, but the first
I'm ready to go, dude.
400
I'm exhausted.
miles were relatively.
I mean, another 100 miles, and I won't have
Last
the gas to get
160
done.
were
Like I just won't have it in
very
me
technical, very slimy.
after that.
And
Body gas.
sometimes
Yeah,
impassable.
I won't have
There
it.
was a hill that I know that
it's either
only
quit
one out
now
of
or quit
35
in 100 miles.
motorcyclists that tried it got through.
I just don't have it physically.
Okay.
I
Me
know
not
I
being
won't.
one of them. And
If we hit
At
another
one point
patch
I
like
watched
that, I'm gonna have to get pulled out of the woods.
Tom, push his 1300 up the hill and not make it. And I was like, okay, that's all I needed to know.
Yeah.
I went back the other way.
We didn't get the information that there was bypasses.
No, dude, if there was one thing that I was frustrated with, it was when I woke up Sunday
And found out there
and
was
found out literally everyone bypassed that road.
And it was so worth it too, because they're like, oh, it's a 10-minute penalty. I was like, it's going to take me 40 minutes to get up the
Yeah,
hill.
bro.
So that's a no-brainer.
I would have
for me.
cashed in that 10-minute penalty.
Yeah, totally.
In
Yeah.
a heartbeat,
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
double it, pass it on to the next guy.
I'll take his.
We didn't get the information. Because, I mean, like, going into that road, dude, I felt great.
Well, we stopped at the gas station there right before it, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he's on the 950 or 990.
That blue one?
It's blue. It's Red Bull now. It used to be the Gulf wrap.
Yeah,
which
yeah, yeah.
Anybody who's been to Red River knows who this
Knows
guy
the
is.
Gulf
You see
wrap,
the
yeah.
bike. And he comes back the wrong way, and he's like, "I'm not doing it. I'm done."
Yeah,
I'm not
straight
doing
up,
it.
dude. He looked like a whip dog.
Yeah, and he was
Yeah.
like, "There's a GS that's buried to the heads up there," which we later found out was Ryan.
was Ryan, yeah.
And we were like, "Oh, cool! Finally, something kind of difficult because we've been, it's been relatively
15 hours. It's
Yeah.
15 hours of gravel roads and pavement.
And we very quickly learned why he tucked his tail and ran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I passed that GS too, and I was like, you guys need anything? He was like, you can hang out and help me pick up my bike. And I was like,
yep.
so you're physically safe? And I just kind of went off.
That's our buddy Ryan.
Shout out, Ryan. Sorry I
Yeah.
didn't help you out there.
That was awful. Like that
Yeah, it was bad.
That's the one thing with the Pan America is like that they don't have the 21-inch front, the 18-inch rear, and the belly when it sits so low. In that clip that you're seeing there, he's high centered.
Yeah.
And so he's like a foot buried. And so it was everything we could do to get it. And when we finally got through that section and back up the hill,
Yeah.
then it was there was nowhere else.
There was
to
just
go.
more. There was more of the same. Just
Yeah.
more of that real deep mud with ruts that I was going to keep
Exhausting.
getting high-centered on. I thought, I can't get into the woods because there was drop-offs. Like there was
Oh, yeah.
there was
No.
nowhere to go.
Yeah.
At first I thought, like, let's get in the woods and just trailblaze around this,
You can't.
You can't. You literally couldn't. And then, so like at some point, I don't remember how, maybe an hour of us messing with that. Like we were fighting with that thing
They're
for an
wild.
hour. And I think I said to you, I was like, let's just bypass this. And you were like, we'll get disqualified. And I was like, so be it.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I can't keep doing this.
I was telling people, that aren't familiar with 24 that like you have to go into it knowing that DNFs are likely, right?
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
has to go right for you to finish. And it's designed for things to not go right? So
It's designed for the attrition rate. to be
it's beyond the skill level of the rider. It's an endurance for both man and machine.
So past Tar Hill, right? The Tar Hill, the nasty hill, which is the one you saw Tom turn around on. Past that one, I heard that the riding was manageable after that. So there was like this one section they bypassed that had those two nasty muddy parts. And then it kind of, it was still off-road. It was manageable. There weren't these huge mud ruts. I would have loved to bypass and went around that. Because if we would have known, I felt so good going into that road. I think we could have made it.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
We just couldn't get through those Jeep ruts that
Yep.
were 2 feet deep.
Yeah, knee deep.
Or more, yeah.
It was just one of them things that the Pan America wasn't built for. But I also learned I need to go on a diet. Because, dude, that was some physically demanding stuff. And, I work out, and we ride our bikes a lot, but I was not in physical shape to be pulling that bike up that hill.
And there's only so much you can do physically to train, right? So
Sure,
you can
sure.
exercise, you can ride a lot, which there's not enough time in the day for either of those things whenever you're preparing for something like this. But the mental training is also something that you literally cannot prepare for. Like,
Yeah.
okay, it's
Break it
20
open.
hours in, I'm lost in the woods.
Do it.
What do we do?
Well, evidently, you go home. Because that's what I did. That's what we did. I told Ben afterwards, I wish we would have known about the detour. But honestly, man, in that moment, when we got back to that hard road or that gravel crossroad there, I was ready to go.
That just means we get to do it again.
Exactly. And we'll be better prepared. Like next time I'll know a little bit more about, if that happens, I will detour it. We'll go around it.
Yep.
If it's physically not impossible, the point of the race is not to wreck your gear. It's to challenge yourself. So when you go in there and try and you can't do it, go around it and keep going. And I would have taken the penalty, but
Sure.
It does make me appreciate all those guys that show up and are prepared and finish, because that even for the guys that made it, before midnight, first
Yeah.
spikes in were
Yeah.
after 11, I think.
I think the first one was like 10:30.
Well, really?
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
It's so impressive to see. I want to talk to every one of them, see how they do it.
Well, speaking of that, Perry's one of the guys that was always first in finishing every year, and him and I had a really good conversation last year at some point. I don't know where we crossed paths. But
Yeah.
he was like, "Man, I think I'm done with it. It's just I'm
It's
so
just not
competitive.
challenging
It's just
anymore."
He didn't say that. He didn't say that. He's very humble, but he was. I don't know. I go too hard. It's not. I'm losing its fun. I'm like, you know what you need? You need to go find an inappropriate motorcycle to do inappropriate things on. And so this year he was the 125 guy.
Oh, nice.
And
Yeah.
he shows up, but he's like, "This is because of you," and I'm like, "Hell."
And I got in my video, I got him coming up and talking to you,
Yeah.
and then on the starting line, revving it, wing,
Yeah.
hitting that rev limiter on that thing.
I talked to him afterwards. He was like, "That's a one and done. I'm not doing that anymore."
Yeah.
I'm so glad that he did it. I love seeing inappropriate motorcycles doing inappropriate things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that mentally, like when you're exhausted and fatigued and it's nighttime and you've been wrestling your bike through the mud and you don't have a whole lot of hope left, like there's another section like this, it does affect your decision-making skills.
Yeah, or you're in there just sucking and you can't pass, you can't do anything, and then here comes a dude on 125.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
oh.
that's
Or
devastating.
side by side at 50 miles an hour up the hill.
It's
that you're struggling to
devastating,
get up. Yeah.
man. Like you're just so mentally worn out, and then some dude on a little 125 just bebopping through there,
honking his horn at you.
You're like, yeah, I still love my Pan America. It has limitations though, man. Like it ain't built for that kind of life.
Not a dual sport.
It ain't built for that. But Matt, so when we quit, I didn't want to. Like it was me and Ben had a real long conversation sitting there.
Yeah, we had like a blood oath to finally quit.
I was like, bro, I'm not a quitter. Like, it's hard for me to stop, when I get something, but we sat there for a while, debated. Now there's like a little 10-second clip of that conversation in the video, but that was a much longer conversation.
Yes, it was.
After the second workaround, I came across the support vehicle and he waved and I turned back around because I was out of water. I didn't have water. All the gas stations closed and you run out and all this other stuff. My water bladder broke like first hour, so I was dealing with that all day. But I had mentally given up, and that support guy was like, "Man, you're all but there. You're all but there." And I was like, "Man, I can't not try."
Yep.
And then like 3 hours later, I'm lost in the woods. I shouldn't have listened to that dude. I'm glad I did. I'm glad I pushed myself. But there's so many ways for you to talk yourself out of it, and it just beats you down because one thing goes wrong, you fix it. But you do that a few times.
And things do go wrong.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about that a little bit because
Speaking of that, I got something for you.
I didn't have.
I got something for you.
What is that? Oh, is that my socket?
It's your socket?
Oh, you did. You did have a little. You got a little note in there for me?
No.
Oh.
That's pocket lint.
Toilet paper.
You
Huh?
can keep that.
Oh, it's just toilet paper.
Still mud
Used
from the
toilet
trail.
paper. Thank you.
So
Tell us that story, man.
So, talking about the maintenance and preparation leading up to this rally, my poor Sportster just gets flogged on every single weekend, whether we're at Little Egypt or at a Warren race or I'm just gooning in the backcountry. That bike is just constantly getting flogged. And so I'm always working on it. Well, the last Warren race, which was just a week before the 24 hours, I burnt my clutch up. I tore my seat. I broke something else. Anyway, so I'm scrambling.
You send me a picture of your motorcycle like 4 days before we're going to leave, literally taken apart. Like
Yes.
the whole clutch casing.
The entire
everything.
primary was apart. The clutch was
Yeah.
apart. Everything was. And I'm like, the clutch was supposed to be. The clutch did come in. It was the clutch tool. I tried making my own. I couldn't do it. I had finally come in like 4 days before. So I get this brand new clutch put in it, and I get everything together, and we go. Well, later that night, we're riding. I go to shift down, and my shifter is just gone. There's no
It's
shifter.
gone, dude. It was just dangling.
And it was on a pavement section, so I'm in 6th gear. And so I stop, and I'm like, well, what do we got? There was a bolt that had worked its way out and just fell out because it's a Harley. If you're not leaking oil,
That's exactly
you're
right.
losing bolts.
In fairness, like mine did the same. Like I lost my shifter nub, like the foot peg. I
Both
lost
Harleys
mine, dude.
lost bolts.
Yeah, they rattle.
But so anyway, we stop. We're trying to figure it out. I can't. There's nothing I can do on the side. I'm gonna try to cram a stick in it or something so I can shift it because there's no way to shift this thing by hand without it. So I'm stuck in 6th gear. Robert's dad, the one who refers to Big Daddy earlier in that video, is running a support for us. So he's just meeting us at random pins, and we're able to kind of communicate with him, and we're telling him like, hey, go to some hardware store and find like M6, M7, M8 bolts, large washers, nuts, just anything you can just kind of grab so I can try to piece this together.
Right.
And I'm stuck in 6th gear. So we had a little bit of gravel, we had a little bit of off-road in between us and him. So I'm just burning that clutch to get to where we can go. And it finally gets to the point that it won't even hold. If I give it any throttle, it's just the clutch slips. Like, shit. So we stop, and I adjust it, and I get it to where it'll work, but we're still in 6th gear.
Right.
And we finally got a pair of like channel locks or something. I was kind of able to get it down. We put it in 2nd gear, so we're just riding it like 30 mile an hour at this point to get there.
We rode a long way.
Long way.
We rode a long way with it like that.
Yeah, all the people that we had passed were just like gone. So we get there. I'm able to fix the shifter, just cramming bolts in it, but I thought that I was done because there's a big spacer that's needed inside the shifter. And I don't know. I can't find big washers. I can't find anything in the truck. I don't know what we're going to do. And Robert's like, hey, grab that socket kit and see if the socket will work. By God, it did.
Yep. That's right here. That little socket slipped right in there as a spacer.
Yeah. It was a little too long. And so like my shifter had a whole bunch of slack in it, but it got me to another, 10 miles before we finally quit.
Yeah. So we stopped for 45 minutes to fix your bike.
Yeah.
But I guess that we didn't mention that either. Like when we were on that mud, your clutch was fried, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's another reason we
quit.
debated about that when we sat and talked. It was like, Ben was like, I don't even know if we get around this. If my bike is going to make it, there's smoke coming out of my case.
So that Sportster has got a primary. The primary, for those of you that don't know Harleys, because we're in the off-road community and not everybody does dumb stuff like me. The primary on the left-hand side where the clutch and everything's hidden has got a vent that comes out the top and kind of hooks. And as we're going, trying to get through all this mud, I smell something. What does that smell? It smells like burnt brakes. I look down and there's smoke just rolling out of my primary vent, which should be full of oil, so there shouldn't be smoke coming out of it. I still haven't opened it yet. It's on the table. I need to work on
list.
it. Yeah, it's on the to-do list to take this off and look, but I'm pretty sure my brand new clutch is getting ready to be brand new again, and I'm not confident there's any oil in that primary.
Yeah, that was the other part too, because when we were talking about calling it, it was like, I don't have the energy. You're like, my motorcycle's probably not gonna make it. Like if we can't find some oil, and it was in the middle of the night, so there's no place to buy oil. There's nothing, No. And then I was like, well, I can try to go do this alone, but I'm having navigation issues with my phone. It was just a nightmare, dude. Like everything went wrong that could have went wrong with our bikes.
At one point.
It was like we had the smoothest 15 hours. And it was, we were cruising and passing people and just having a blast. And that last hour and a half, 2 hours, everything fell apart. The bike started breaking. I got a flat tire. Like everything just started going wrong.
They need to change their motto to like improvise and overcome.
Improvise,
adapt, and overcome.
Yeah.
Did you have any mechanical issues on yours, Michael?
Not so bad. But I had,
He doesn't drive a Harley.
He's on a Honda.
a Honda for a reason. No, I had done a lot to make sure I had, fresh brake pads, fresh tires, fresh everything, fresh oil change. I did all that stuff, and the bike held up reasonably well. I wanted myself to be the weakest link, and I think I was. Turns out I didn't think about the navigation well enough, but, we talk about bike management and human management. Like, I would stop, and I would cram some snack into my mouth as much as I could, chug an entire bottle of water, take a leak, and I'd be back on the bike in like 3 minutes or more.
I've been meaning to ask you, why do you eat hot dogs that way?
I knew it was coming.
I've been wondering that too. Ever since we met down at the Hog Rock camp, I've been wondering, why do you eat them like that?
Pass. Anyway. The bike did well.
Yeah. Very good. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about this other cool moment that happened when Ben and I were riding. The team dynamics, right? There was, even though people are riding, some of them are riding in little groups, some of them are riding independently like you. You took it all by yourself. You didn't have anybody with you. Inevitably, when you're on the trail, you meet someone out there who needs help. Like we already played one little clip of Ben giving up some 2-stroke gas. That was so funny, man.
I never told that guy that it wasn't.
No,
either.
no.
Which is
you just
funny.
left him there.
He was just willing to do it.
Well, and then it was.
me outta here.
Well, I was already dumping it in by the time I told him, so he didn't have a choice. It wasn't 2-stroke. I have this fuel scent that I use. It just makes my bike smell like grapes, and it's hilarious. But so I dumped that in his bike. So later he's like, "Why does it?" It was 2-stroke. If you're watching this, it wasn't 2-stroke. It was regular gas.
No, but you made it anyway, dude. You'd be happy. He'll be happy. That
He did. He made it to the gas station.
Yeah,
Had to push
it's
his
better
bike
than
anymore.
pushing the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then a little bit further down the trail, play that next clip. I want you guys to check this out. This was a really neat moment. He had a cool accent too.
I kind of feel like
Did you? So you got your recovery strap out. Dude, the video doesn't do that justice. That thing was probably 7 feet, 8 feet down.
way down there. Very looking stop. He did it literally right next to me.
If you didn't have your camera on, you would have got that.
Yes, it would have been great.
Just run up the road.
So we'll circle back to it when the video's done here. So it's done here.
Thank you, everyone. What a rescue effort.
Yeah, man.
So we're it was a super tight hairpin gravel turns, and he was cooking. So I'm like, I'm gonna scoot over and let him go around me. So I took the sharpest inside that I could, and as we're going around the corner, like I'm kind of watching him, and he's just not looking at the corner. He's just looking at me, and he just very slowly just drifted off the edge of the road, just down. And oh shit! So I stop, and he's down at the bottom, like. Stop, turn around, don't leave. And I'm like, I'm not leaving, man. He's like, no, come back. And I'm like, I'm not leaving. And he finally sticks his head up and he's like, oh, no, I'm talking to my friends. And he's got an accent. And
pretty good accent.
He gets back up and he's like, I was checking out your bike. That's the most amazing bike I've ever seen. I was looking at it, it's so cool. He
It's
just,
literally a distraction for others.
he just drove right off the road.
It's dangerous to have you there for a lot of
Yeah,
reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool moment though. Like there was a bunch of a bunch of guys that stopped to help.
Thank God.
Yeah, because that was a pretty legit pull up that hill. Yeah, but I posted some pictures of that on the 24-hour Facebook page, and I think he finally came, commented
I had
on it.
sent the link to him on Instagram because we had already been talking. I don't know how I stumbled upon him, but we were. Yeah, he said something about, I don't know who that was. He clearly can't ride though.
I had a number of people pass me in situations that it was like, I would have just waited. There's double track everywhere. Just give me 100 yards.
Yeah.
Nope, people are in a hurry.
So the team dynamics, like Jed when we did the pre-ride, the rider meeting or whatever, Jed mentioned, you won't be penalized if you stop and help people and stuff like that. So I mean, the rally itself, like they're all about teamwork, right? They want people to make it through. I even noticed like there were in some of the more challenging spots, they had assist personnel with winches and things like that to help people get through. So
yeah, that poor guy on that hill where we were at,
Dude.
he was pulling winch lines for 20 something hours straight.
I have no video of that guy, and I don't know what his name was, but God bless that guy.
He earned his no pay for that weekend.
I know one of them on that first big gnarly section broke his winch, and so he couldn't help anybody anymore. I don't know. He broke it while I was there. So yeah, I think they were working for sure and pulling bikes up the hill too.
Yes.
It wasn't just
he come. I'm gonna say walking, but it was more kind of like skiing down the hill to see what
Right.
was up with us because we'd be down
Yeah.
there just in that mud hole.
But it was hard to walk on that stuff.
Give Big Daddy a winch next time.
That's a conversation that we've been having.
Actually,
Not giving it to Big Daddy.
By the way, that's a cheat code. By the way, setting up pre-organized stops with you told me hot food, gas, and
Yeah.
I don't know, naps.
Oh yeah, he cooked us.
dude, he cooked us like ribeye steaks.
That's not fair.
so good.
I was cramming like crackers and chugging.
See why we felt so
Creek
good
water.
at 16 hours
Yeah.
in is because every
Daddy
time
took
Big
care of
Daddy,
us.
Yeah.
every time we stopped, we had steak or some type of like cold drinks. or-
Yogurt drinks.
Cheating.
Oh man,
Cheating.
Back massages.
Sure.
He went and found Asian ladies to rub my feet.
Filipino, right? They were Filipino ladies.
Yeah,
Those Filipino ladies, bud. They were.
foot rubs. Oh, speaking of problems too, you also had a flat tire on.
I did. Yeah, valve stem. Found that out when I got home.
Was it the valve
It
stem?
was. So,
A nice old local guy actually had an air compressor on the side of the trail. and
dude,
it's
you
like,
know what? I didn't get that guy's name or anything. On the video, though, I show me pulling into his house there, and he came out. He was mad as fire about all these bikes just screaming by his house and stuff. And I talked
side by sides hadn't gotten to
dude,
him yet.
yeah, those side by sides, and there was a couple of those full sizes that were cooking.
Yeah.
But man, he came out and he was not happy. Like he was. What? Yeah, I can't even say all the stuff he said, but he was not happy. I said, "Hey, I'm sorry. I got a flat tire. You got an air compressor." And he begrudgingly said, "I got one in the."
I want you out of here is what he
Yes,
said.
exactly.
By the time we left, it was like we were best friends. He was
Yeah,
super
man.
happy with
Yeah.
us.
He was awesome, dude. He just had like pancreatic surgery, like surgery on his pancreas or something. So he showed me he had a scar from his chest all the way down,
You got him
down.
schlepping air compressors around in the middle of the night.
Yeah, it was during the
It was
day.
his house.
This was actually it was
He just lived in the woods.
yeah. It's true, dude. He was in the middle of nowhere.
That's the Appalachia parts of 24
Yeah.
Hours of Appalachia.
He was a super nice guy. Probably.
I ended up bringing an air compressor, buying
you?
one of those small ones just for that reason. On our shakedown ride, I got a flat and I didn't have it and had to use the hand pump.
Smart.
And I was like, not again.
You're a smart guy, Mike.
Not doing it again.
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about some of the lessons learned, because there's some things I would do different, and I want to hear from you guys. Like, if we are going to do this again. I guarantee.
Yep.
I'm going to be doing this again.
I'm signed up for another one later this year.
Probably not this year for me, but next year for sure. Ben gets his house built. You got a little more time to roam.
Time and money.
Time and
Houses
money.
are expensive.
Yeah, they
Who would
are.
thunk it?
Who would have thought? We live in Illinois, bro. Everything's expensive. So we're going to get into more for sure, but I'd like to talk about things that we would do differently. Were you making a list, Michael?
I can,
Yeah.
The first, I think, is you got to manage your human, layering your clothes. Do what it takes to remain warm and dry. I don't care if it's an arrow stitch. I don't care if you're naked like Ben. Think about how you're comfortable on the bike and make sure. My problem is I didn't want to take the time to stop to add layers and take off layers. So I'd either be way too hot or way too cold or soaking wet or, never comfortable. Stop. That's a lesson I learned, is slow down and do what it takes to remain comfortable on the bike. Hold off on the jokes. I know this.
I'm ready.
Both of them are
I'm
just
ready, dude. I'm
on
ready
the tip
to
of
go,
their
dude.
tongue, I can tell.
This is a really. We try to do these podcasts unscripted, but this is highly irregular. We are being very good today.
I'm trying to behave.
Ben is being very good. I'm so proud of you.
Long story short, on this ride you will get wet, and making sure that you're warm and dry enough to maintain and keep strength, hydration and food is, it got to be 11, 12 at night, and I was out of water, and I wasn't slowing down to eat food because I didn't have anything to drink.
Yeah, it's hard to get
And
those
just-
gas station hot dogs at 2 a.m, isn't it?
Compounding problems lead to more problems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
No one's gonna get anything from that one. I just said there's
All they're gonna think about is
yeah.
getting them warm hot dogs.
Yeah. I did at one point have a gas station piece of pizza as my hot meal for the day.
Man,
It was
That's how my
low
Mothman.
times.
That's how my Mothman was. I
Yeah.
didn't have any support. I did it all by myself because my group broke pretty early on.
I was standing in the gas station trying to cram this piece of pizza, and that's when my water bladder broke, and it just splatted out all over the floor in this gas station.
His
And
water
I'm-
broke in the gas
water
station.
I'm covered in mud, and so then I'm just tracking around, leaving huge clumps of mud in this gas
This
station.
explains a lot.
Just apologizing profusely to these people I try to leave as
Those
gracefully
people
as
weren't
possible.
mad at all the bikers before you. They were when you left.
Yeah, they weren't happy. So, yeah.
Speaking of snacks, keeping you going.
Yeah. Trail vitamins.
Nerds, call me.
Yeah.
I need the trail vitamins.
These are the trail. I'm gonna tell you what,
These things.
Ben. I'm gonna get a burner phone and call you and pretend to be nerds just to
Make me happy.
make you happy,
I think
dude.
we should put together a formal proposal as a group. So we want to be team nerds.
Team
you know?
nerds.
Team nerds.
I want that jersey so bad. I want that Nerds jersey, bro.
Dude,
I think we can make that happen.
Nerds, if you'll make me a jersey that looks just like that, I'll wear it everywhere.
Coming
I'll wear it
to-
to bed. I'll wear it to work.
Coming
I'll
to
wear
Hog
them.
Rock Adventure Rally 2027. The
Nerds.
Nerds themed jersey. Yeah, check that out.
What about you? What about you, Ben? What did you learn you want to do different?
So it was awesome having the sport vehicle this time. We didn't
Yeah.
have that before. I'm kind of frustrated with myself because I didn't utilize it to the fullest extent. You're talking about
No A1 sauce for the steak. Is that what you mean?
yes, well, ketchup. We had ketchup. The
Steak, ribeye, and ketchup, bro.
you're talking about staying comfortable, and I just did my typical thing where it's like, all right, clothes are on, let's go. It got late and it was raining and it was dark and it was cold, and I was like, dude, we had a support vehicle. Why was my
We
ADV
messed up.
suit not in the truck waiting? Like I didn't
Yeah.
want to wear it during the day when I was going to get hot. Why did I not put that in the damn truck?
We messed up so bad with having that vehicle and not loading it. Like,
We wasted it.
I would have had full changes of clothes. I would have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New
why didn't-
socks, everything.
Yeah.
because I mean, it rained an hour and a half into this ride, and I had a boot full of water
Yep.
for 15 hours. That's
Yes.
legit.
Two boots.
And we could have had an extra pair of boots. We could have had extra
Yeah.
everything in that support vehicle.
I actually brought all that in the hopes that it was going to be a clover leaf, but then he released it, and I still packed it all anyway. But this was
Yeah.
an out and back big loop. So
I did have my other gloves, which came in handy, but those winter gloves.
Yeah. Yeah, those helped me out a lot on that ride back to the camper because it was cold when you were wet.
Tom McConnell put it in one of his 24-hour videos. He's like, bring a change of gloves and a change of goggles, and you don't know how much that will change your day. And he was totally right.
Yeah.
To be able to have dry hands for at least a little while after that storm was huge.
Yeah.
My hands were just waterlogged and black, and
I
not
was
doing well.
I was really were you in the signal chat? I was really disappointed that after the rally we didn't get a bunch of waterlogged feet pics.
I was too. I thought that was coming like wrinkled up feet. Like
Yeah.
even Chat GPT could hook you up with some wrinkly old feet.
All
Yeah.
of the feet pics that led up to this in the signal chat, and then there was none after. I think there was one. I was kind of disappointed.
I don't know, but there was in that signal chat, there were hundreds of feet pics
At the
I was-
beginning.
At the beginning, and I was thinking, man,
These are my kind of people.
these people are special.
why?
Why did they eat hot dogs like that? That's all I could think. There was a lot of feet, dude. But yeah, I was curious how come maybe one of my disappointments was not enough
Not enough.
wet feet pics.
Well, for the listeners, just so you know what we're talking about, there's the Signal app, and then what the tracker app. What's that called? The family
Live 360.
Live 360. So everybody that participates in the rally has to download these apps. You can use them for communication. Whenever I did finally announce my DNF, I put it in that Signal chat so they would
That's-
know they don't need to look for me in the woods.
That's also where they put the bypass information, so you should probably look at that at the gas station.
It's
before you
hard.
go
There's a
in.
lot there. It's hard to keep track of while you're also riding 500
Yep.
miles. But there's components to this where you're kind of part of the larger group.
Yeah, for sure. What would I do differently? I probably would have prepared my bike better. Like, I would have brought more rescue gear.
Yeah.
Like Ben had that little strap, but it wasn't quite enough. Like, I would have brought some kind of a winch, like even a manual come along or something.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'm currently
Pocket winch.
I
looking
think Green
at.
Chili's got one of those like Z-strap things.
Yeah. No, I'm actually looking at electric winch.
Are you really?
From Harbor Freight.
Just pile on tools. Just make it heavier.
It's already like 800 pounds.
It's already
Yeah.
unmanageable.
Well, that's what, people were like, man, are you going to make it so heavy? I'm like, dude, it's already a
already
600-pound bike. Like 3-pound or 5-pound winch is not going to make that big of
The
a difference.
hard part about a heavy bike is picking it up. So
Exactly.
we put the winch on it.
Right.
We don't have to
Figure out a way to not do that.
So Ben and I, we've decided for next year, 24-hour of Appalachia, we should start our own class of rider. Right? We should have the Adventure Overland. We should have the Adventure Overland category.
Fully supported.
We'll have everything, man. Like,
Just put dad to work.
that's right.
The other added benefit to that is when you get stuck in the woods, your rooftop luggage rack tent,
Luggage.
you can just sleep out there.
We're gonna
Pull a
set
trailer.
it up, bro. I'm gonna set up that front and rear winch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think I mean I didn't pack right, dude. I didn't have an air pump. I didn't have really any tools to speak of until after I got my flat tire, and then we're like, hey, let's throw this stuff on the back and just crudely strap it to the bike.
Hope for the best.
Hope it doesn't fall
Hope
off.
for the best is not how you prepare for one of these.
No, it was,
That's how I live life.
bro. Mistakes were made for
If you're
sure.
listening to this, don't.
Don't do that.
I had that toolkit on the front fender. Like,
Yeah,
that
you
got
did.
us.
That helped us a couple times.
Yeah,
We
it had
needed
just
it.
about everything we needed besides an air compressor.
Definitely be able to change your tires, because even if you got a flat and weren't able to, like, if you didn't have the capacity to fix it, you're waiting hours.
Yeah.
And you might not even be able to get the bike out. Like, there's places where
Yeah.
support can't come.
For sure.
I mean, there was single track on this event, so.
I would say one of the things I wish, if Jed watches this, we'll throw it out to him. It's my humble suggestion. I would have, like, because I didn't know how to do this thing. You know, like I knew we had signal, but guys on bikes, they're not checking signal every 15, 20 minutes, which is what you need to do to stay informed because there's so much information coming through there.
The track was changed during the event.
Exactly. And
That's
I had
what-
no idea. But the thing is that race organizers, they knew where those sections were. And I really wish before the route, they would have marked like an emergency detour that, you know, you could,
A workaround.
A
that's already
workaround.
on the pre-made
so that
GPX.
before I started this race, I could have prepared myself and said, okay, either I'm going to take this penalty or I'm going to have an out if I get stuck. I can go back and get around it because there's just on bikes, there's no way bike guys are stopping to scroll for half an hour through signal
No.
to see the changes. So like, I wish we would have done that differently, but other than that, I didn't really have any complaints at all with the with the organization, dude.
It was so
It
much
was
fun. I want to,
so good.
before I forget, want to say a big thank you to Jed and everybody at Backroads.
absolutely.
But also that huge volunteer network. It's such a relief to be riding at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and you turn around a corner and suddenly there's a support vehicle and you see the little sticker on the side and somebody standing out just waving. Just to know that you're not alone after
Yeah,
out
yeah.
riding for hours
'Cause it
is
is-
such a big deal.
It is
Yeah.
very dark in those
So,
woods.
Yeah,
After
big thank
dark.
you to all the volunteers. At the Gnarly Hills, there was a support vehicle, and he had flashing lights letting everybody know, hey, 1 out of 35
Yeah.
bikes made it up this hill.
Yeah.
Do what you want, but you have the information now.
Yeah, and I thought the where they were placed was helpful, but there weren't any checkpoints, right? Too, I think that would have been helpful maybe before the challenge sections to have a checkpoint set up where someone was there to tell people, like physically, hey, this section's pretty serious. We've had a lot of bikes turn around. Here's a detour. It just would have been. I think we could have done some stuff that would have.
They
made it a
had the
little-
physical checkpoints last year at
Yeah,
Mothman, and
that's what you were saying.
I understand that it takes a lot more manpower to have these checkpoints, but I really liked that at the last one too because it gave you a designated point that you knew you were going to check in at, and I understand that's what the Life 360 was for.
Yeah.
And for the full size and the side by sides, they don't really need the checkpoints.
Right.
But for the bikes, it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was riding alone for the day for 7/8 of it.
Yeah. That's just my takeaway. I learned a lot about, my bike and myself. I learned a lot about endurance racing in general. I had a lot of fun. But I also thought there were a couple things that I wish that even the organization, it would have been done differently. Like they would have had a checkpoint or they would have had pre-communication about challenge sections and stuff. Like, I think that would have been a little more helpful for me. But overall, I thought it was a great experience, man.
They did put it out in the signal chat. This is the figure it the out route.
They did.
There
They
was
did.
no help whatsoever, which is cool. There's something to that.
Yeah,
to that.
there's something raw to that, and I'm about a challenge. I mean, we're about challenges, So I thought it was good. Any advice for first time racers or riders?
Just show up. The hardest part is just getting to the start line.
Yeah.
Whether you finish, you make it halfway, whatever. It's just getting there and doing it. Just get there and do it.
Choose to do hard things on your motorcycle. It's super rewarding. I'll say, do what it takes to stay hydrated and put some calories in, and don't. I didn't expect to finish my first time, and probably won't the second time either. You do your best, and it's a great day out on the bike. Like, when do you ever? I've done a bunch of BDRs, and I've never done 530 miles in a day.
Yeah.
So it's just an awesome day out, and remind yourself at the low points. This is something that I was doing that, I was watching YouTube videos of the 24 hours all winter long, waiting for riding season. And I was reminding myself during the like cold, damp, uncomfortable times, like, man, this is awesome. And saying out loud to myself in the helmet, just like, what a day I'm having. It's imperfect and it was designed to be so, but like practice some gratitude while you're out there.
Yeah.
Because that helps you keep the tires rolling.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just like for me, I didn't know what to expect going into this thing, but I ended my riding time thinking this was more fun than I expected. I know if psychologically the hard stuff does that to you, it leaves you wanting more. Like, when you push yourself, and maybe it's an endorphins thing, I'm not sure, but like at the end of this, like in the middle of the night, I was aggravated and tired and ready to go to bed. And but the next day I was like, I want to do this again. Mm-hmm. I wonder why that is. Like why?
Knowing when to quit is a good tip. Like knowing when, because I thought about quitting a bunch of times before I ended up having to stop. Like it just got to be to where it's like, okay, this is now physically dangerous. Now I should turn this off. And so having the wherewithal, self-awareness to know. I heard you say in your video, like, hey man, we got at least another hour of this and I'm gassed. Like this is not safe anymore. It's time to go home. Yeah. And I think that's a skill. Not everybody has that.
That's advice I give people on my channel, on any of my videos. I tell them, know your limits.
That's the one I struggle with.
That's the one that you skipped all those videos. You don't want to watch none of that.
When I first got introduced to Ben, it was, that dude don't give a
That's that. So I'll say this though. A couple cool things coming up. All of us getting together again next month, right?
Yeah.
Hog Rock's coming up. Hog Rock Adventure Rally. We're going to mention that. Why not, right? We got the man here with us. We got to at least mention it. All of us are rally riders for it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Tell everybody. Tell about it.
There is really good riding in the Ohio River Valley, Southern Illinois, Western Kentucky, even down, closer to Missouri. I think we all know Land Between the Lakes, Mark Twain National Forest, Shawnee National Forest. But our rally is June 25 through 28. It's designed so you don't have to leave the property. We've got challenge courses that we're building out, grass tracks, 6 miles of gravel roads, all on property.
Yeah.
Concerts from great bands, DJs, music, bars. It's going to be a great festival type motorcycle adventure rally. And if you have never ridden in Southern Illinois, it's underrated.
Yeah, you're in for a treat.
It's a good time. And that's I think the biggest hurdle for the rally is convincing people that Eastern Kentucky has a great reputation for riding.
Yeah.
We're trying to build that reputation for Illinois, and I think once people see it, it'll happen.
Illinois doesn't have a good reputation for much.
Neither does Indiana, right?
Honest, man.
But
my favorite part from last year's soft opening was after we got back from that ride. Everybody was like, I thought Illinois was just going to be cornfields and flat gravel roads.
Yeah. No, we're in the Ohio River Valley. It's gnarly.
It is not cornfields.
Why did you call it a soft opening instead of a flaccid opening? I'm curious about that.
Because I wanted people to come. Yeah, this is the first official full-scale event this year, so please do join us.
Yeah, man.
And thanks for letting me.
And not the inaugural Hog Rock Adventure Rally is going to be killer. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks.
Ben and I both are going to be riding and leading some routes. I'm going to be making videos.
We're actually going out on Monday, just a couple days from now.
We are.
Do a little more scouting.
Yeah. I'll give a shout out to these two. They've been very helpful in putting this year's routes together. They know the area better than I, so super grateful to these two yahoos. And the routes are good. Anybody that has gone to the website and watched the Bearded Grumps video on the ADV riding from last year, that was Ben leading that track, and it's a good one. I've since done it, and I will gladly do it again. It's a good day.
Yeah, we had a good time filming a little promo video
Also
for the
that.
Hog
Yeah, that
Rock.
was fun.
That was a fun day, man. Just a fun day of riding.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'll put a link to that here as well. If you guys are interested in coming to Hog Rock Adventure Rally, check this video out. It gives you a little bit of idea what you can expect when you come to ride. There's gonna be so much more there. Great vendors, great camping, great riding, and you'll get to ride with us. So
I've never got to ride with a famous YouTuber before.
well, you're still not going to get to. is. There's no.
In other words, smash that like button.
yeah. No famous YouTubers in this room. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for joining me today. I had a blast riding with you guys. Till next time, encourage you guys to get out there, find your adventure.
Nerds, call me.
Go ahead, stop.